Hey, everybody, welcome to Out of Options. What is it? Your last.
It's your first last choice.
That's it. That's right.
Or your
Welcome to
first
Out of
last
Options
choice.
podcast. Your first last choice, and I guess
You only have one, and we're blessed to be it.
that's it. And it is Out of Options because we tried to come up with a name. We ran out of options. And obviously, you're listening to us, so you are also out of options. But we appreciate you being here. Today, we have, if you are joining us for the first time, I want to apologize ahead of time because today is going to be the most disorganized uh, thing that we've done yet. Because normally we have somewhat of a format, but Zach had this great idea of a subject that two of us have no clue about. But it was such a good idea that even though half of us don't know what we're talking about, we're going to go with it anyway. So we're going to just jump around, and Friendly Faraga and myself are just going to say stupid things, uh, which is not necessarily new.
Not really.
But anyway, we have Angel. You are.
Javier.
We got down in our guts. We have.
Zach.
That's right. And in our, what is it, left
Ventricle.
ventricle?
Big wheel of our hearts.
That's right.
Exactly.
The big left ventricle of our hearts. We got Friendly Faraga. Yes, sir.
I got a shotgun as well.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's pretty silly that I wouldn't deal with him the way I would typically. So I'm just,
Just added
a
a
little
shotgun.
faithful.
For those of you listening to the podcast, you can catch us on gote.tv or twitch.tv/gamers on the edge. It is the same place. All right, so today we are going to throw out superheroes that we believe. This is strictly our opinion. The opinions of us does not match the opinions of the others that are not here with the. Yeah, exactly. You know how that works. These are our own opinions. Blah blah blah. But we're gonna hurt somebody's feelings, including our own.
And if you do disagree with us, it's fine. You're allowed to be wrong. It's
Right.
you don't have to worry about it.
I believe
grow up.
Everybody's entitled to their own wrong opinions.
exactly.
We're the ones on the show, so we're the right ones.
Yes,
That's how that works.
especially that. So you know what? So I'm going to go ahead and jump in and throw two names out there right away. We are talking about most overrated superheroes. I'm going to throw two out there that I don't even know how I feel about them because to say the name is not fair because I do think that there are certain ones that are overrated and others that are good. I'm probably going to throw this at the two of you, Sag and Javier, because you probably know more or these two particular ones. But I have such a hard time with Green Lantern and Robin. I recognize that there are some good Robins, but there are some Robins that are just absolutely lame, in my opinion. The same thing with Green Lanterns. Some Green Lanterns should have never been, and I recognize that there are others that are probably good. I have no clue.
I will agree with you on just one Robin, which is like the OG Robin. Like I'm talking, Adam West Robin.
Jason
He's
Todd? No.
Jesus,
No, that
that's
one's
pretty lame. He's a stinker.
A sparrow with a machine gun.
Yeah.
Some days it's hard to get rid of a bomb.
I think the
Crap, I lost my train of thought. What was your other answer?
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
No, I agree with that. Green Lantern, see, that's how forgettable he is, man. Every representation of him, granted, I know deep lore Green Lantern is actually pretty cool, tragic. Especially how the system works is actually really interesting, especially the villains are fantastic. However, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, it's so lame. I'm gonna take care of this situation by race car. What the? Come on, man. You can conjure anything tangible, and you think of a freaking boxing gloves? Like what the hell? I can't take it seriously.
What is
In a world where Batman exists to take care of has solutions, I cannot take Green Lantern.
Twin superpowers are gonna become a bucket and a water. Anyway.
Dova King Gaming, Black Green Lantern, the one who Phil Lamar voices. He's the best Green Lantern.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, so
100%. John Stewart, best Green Lantern.
Thank you, John Stewart.
He's
I knew it was John
He's
something.
an engineer, so he knows how to make the things with his mind. Everybody else,
yeah.
like Kyle, is like, a brick that I throw. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Any story where Batman gets the ring is immediately amazing because Batman's like, yeah, I'm just going to use it to immediately
Batman
solve
as a
problems.
Yellow Lantern man.
Oh, so good.
So
See, and this is where this is interesting to me because again, Friendly Faraga and myself are very, very like top
I'm in a very
layer.
small bubble when
Yeah,
it comes
we are
to
very top layer
superheroes.
superhero, and then the two of you actually know things. So we
My
get both
exposure
sides
is
of
90s,
this.
like 90s animated Batman and 90s Marvel, or sorry, not Marvel, no, 90s X-Men and Spider-Man. That's my only superhero knowledge.
I
and
mean,
that's only
to be fair, those are all really, really
Goated,
good bases. Like,
absolutely. And I think that's probably why I only care about that, because I think that's mostly where the good content lies.
So, however, I am going to combat
Controversial, I know.
both of the things that you are saying right now. Both of these characters, I think the operative word that you are forgetting is overrated. I don't think a whole lot of people really laud
Still suck. I think that's worth
Green Lantern. Oh, I'm not saying
Listen,
that.
if
I'm not
five
saying
people
that they
like if 5 people like old school Robin and 10 people like Green Lantern, it's overrated.
It's
That
enough
is
for
too
me.
many.
Like, you're
I'm
wrong.
sorry.
You gotta go old school Green Lantern, Alan Scott, where he had an actual physical lantern, and his weakness was wood. Just wood.
Yeah. Well,
That
now
was
his
really
weakness
weird.
is the color
He had nothing to do
yellow,
with his
so
face.
I'm
Big
not
Wheel
really
would have
sure.
whooped his ass. Just saying.
Big Wheel gets out with a plank of wood and just takes him down. That's what happens.
Done. You see the wood on the shotgun? Enough to take him down.
I'm not really sure going from wood to a
Wood?
primary color as a weakness is really
I
that
don't know
much
which
of an
one's
upgrade.
Wait, the primary
Well,
color is
no,
a
my
weakness. That was
emotions.
what
Either
was
way,
the
Again,
greatest,
yellow! Big Wheel wins.
greatest American hero? Y'all remember that? Like he crashed every time
Yeah.
he saw red.
Just keep his eyes closed.
My parents used to watch that show. I was little. They would watch that show, and they could never remember the name of it, so they would call him Superman Sangano, which means dummy Superman.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what they called him every time. Oh, the dummy Superman is on. You know, dumb Superman is on. So that's what they always called him, Superman Sangano. But anyway, yeah, I just those two were the first things that stuck out to me that I was like, I want to say they're overrated. I don't necessarily want to throw all of them under the bus, but oh man, I just have such a hard time with those characters.
Jason Todd as Robin is trash. The Dick Grayson from the '60s show was it was rough. But like
Whichever
outside of that,
Teen
I think
Titans
I
Robin is, that's my favorite Robin.
think, Dick Grayson, yeah, Dick Grayson's my
Yeah.
favorite Robin.
All about the dick.
Especially
I'm all-
Nightwing. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, if it's Nightwing, then it's like doesn't really count. See, I'm a Damien fan myself. That's my
No,
favorite.
Damien's cool
Damien's
too.
pretty cool.
Damien's
Yeah.
cool too.
I never really got
But
Tim Drake,
I think he's
though.
the only Robin I like, actually. Like, I don't think the other ones, I wouldn't read them unless they were doing something else, and even then, the suit,
Yeah.
man, it always looks out of place in a lot of stuff, so.
So, the only reason that I would still consider, like, Red Hood and Nightwing Robin is because they're still the same character in the continuity.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they're... If you're saying Robin as a character, being as there are multiple Robins,
Right.
that means that you would also have to include their later counterparts. If you're already including multiple people.
I can understand that. Here's
Yeah,
my
I can see
thing.
that.
So before I turn it to somebody else, because the transition is too easy, and I mean, if this gets clipped, the world might come after me at the next Comic-Con we do. I love this character, so I'll start with that. But speaking of side characters, which is what Robin is, in my opinion, I think Deadpool's overrated. I think Deadpool's
Well-
overrated because I think Deadpool would be, in my opinion, again, amazing as an extra character. Like Deadpool with somebody else is hysterical. Deadpool on his own is Ace Ventura. You know, like
So,
that's where I stand with Deadpool.
once again, I'm going to get back only with a redirect. I'm not saying that he's not overrated. I'm going to say, however, that I think he is overplayed
Yes.
more than overrated, because peak Deadpool is really good.
So
Like, when you actually-
oversaturated is what he
Yes.
is.
That's the
when
thing.
you
because
actually get to like
Cringe.
deep
He's cringe
Deadpool
now.
stuff, like it's really
Yes,
good. It's
he's
deep.
cringe. He's Ace Ventura.
But
No,
yeah, no,
Ace
he's,
Ventura is not cringe.
the vibrates when he yells are fantastic.
Thank you.
it's,
Thank you.
it's
Compromising
oversaturated,
my webcam,
and
but-
his bit is overplayed at this point.
Yes.
And let's be honest, Ryan Reynolds just copied his character from Waiting.
Yep, which he copied from Van Wilder, which he copied from it's.
Oh,
Ryan.
I think it's just
It's
his
just Ryan
personality.
Reynolds.
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
Ryan Reynolds.
he's,
Like,
he's
I think we don't like Deadpool. I think we just like Ryan Reynolds.
he's the new
Yeah, exactly.
Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone plays the same character in every single movie.
Talk about an oversaturated, overrated man.
well, not everybody can blend in like Sean Connery and his amazing accents for every character he played. So yeah,
Sean Connery. That's right.
chameleon. No, Deadpool on my list. I'll go ahead and spoil it. He was number one. That's literally the one I thought of, and then I worked back from that because if you go to Dragon Con and if you take out Deadpool and my number 3, Miss Harley Quinn, out of the cosplay rotation, you take out 95% of cosplays at Dragon Con. And if you take out variations on those where it's like, oh, it's Deadpool, Hello Kitty, you take out another 95% of cosplays. At this point, you have an inverse amount of cosplays.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
am
so overdone.
so
and
tired of Joker and
Right.
Harley Quinn. Again, like,
And
like
like-
actually cool characters where like the actual dichotomy between them is actually phenomenally cool. Is just killed by cringe. Like once again,
Yeah.
the fan base ruins everything. Fan bases ruin everything. Sorry, I wanted to vibrate again.
So,
the Harley Quinn Emancipation movie was okay, but I heard it described as Deadpool for girls, and I was like, yeah, that actually really fits. This is what they were trying to do, like in the style of the thing.
Yeah.
And both of those characters, both of which, by the way, started off in very different scenarios to where they are now in very different iterations, which is interesting that they've become like pop culture caricatures of I'm wacky, zany character, cartoon, comic book person.
right.
And like you said, when they're paired with somebody and you get buddy comedy or straight man, crazy person comedy, like that works really well. But when they're trying to hold up their own properties, it's like,
It's rough.
okay, I'm a little tired of the constant, you know?
The one thing that I will complain till the end of time, because I think they missed the opportunity with Deadpool, is that you know how Stan Lee appeared in all the movies?
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool should have broken that wall and asked Stan Lee for an autograph. I think that would have been hysterical. And like Stan Lee play off like, like he doesn't know what he's talking about, and Deadpool be like, dude, I know who you are. You're super famous. You're my dad. I mean, I think had Deadpool broken that wall and actually asked Stan Lee, like in the middle of a fight,
Like, hey, can you just beat this guy for me? You can erase him, right?
Yeah. Like anything would have been hysterical to have Deadpool actually do that, because he's the only character that would be allowed with. Nobody else is allowed to break that wall, So for him, huh?
She-Hulk technically also
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
In Marvel in the MCU, but yeah, it's those two.
Yeah, that's it.
Actually.
I know. I couldn't help it. Sorry.
I love it. Okay.
Just
I'm
gotta
not
be
good.
that guy, don't you?
But yeah.
Oh man, I have to get at least one actually in. That's all. That's it. I got it in.
So,
But
all right.
hey, listen, with the horrifying reality of Disney's CGI, that could still happen. We could still get Stan Lee in more movies. They won't let anyone die if
That's
there's
fair.
money to be paid.
Let's just bring him back.
Honestly, with the money they're calling, they can just resurrect him.
I tell you, and surprise again, isn't that what we're talking about? But who cares? Because we just kind of go all over the place. The Disney has done a surprisingly good job with the Disney exclusive Star Wars stuff. Not so much with the movies, but the exclusive stuff that they've put on Disney Plus. That stuff's been pretty decent.
Well, that's
So,
because
some
they've
stories.
actually gotten good writers for those.
Yeah.
People who
Yeah.
actually like Star Wars, which is
And
kind
I'm
of
really
crazy.
I'm really glad they never made that Boba Fett series because it probably would have been really terrible and wouldn't have worked at all, and they would have had to cut 2 episodes and put in an entirely different show. So I'm really glad that was a fever dream.
What do you mean?
Right.
It was just Mandalorian 2.5.
2.5.
Well, have you ever heard a show realize it sucks halfway through? That's what that show did.
Maybe if
go,
they didn't introduce little freaking Power Rangers out of nowhere.
Dude, it was so bad. So,
cringe. And that's
The
weird
first-
because Robert Rodriguez directed that, and he can make some cool stuff. But he decided to go on a Spy Kids
It was-
like little bender,
It was so
Yeah.
weird
which
because
does not work for Star Wars. He
I-
needed to be on Machete for Star
I
Wars.
felt so good about like the first 3 episodes of that series. And then after
I felt
that,
great.
it just dipped.
It just stinkered right in my face.
I had
That
a
was the
tingling.
steepest drop I have ever seen in a show.
And as we keep going on these bunny trails and side things, we're talking about writing. Somebody mentioned the other day, the writers are on strike. How bad can it be? And I was like, well, 2007.
You don't remember 2000? Yeah, you don't remember 2007. You don't remember Breaking Bad season 2?
No, Heroes. You remember Heroes when Heroes came out? That was 2007.
Heroes, rest in peace, man.
Listen,
Holy crap.
2008, they go on strike, and Heroes, which was like my favorite show, just went.
Tragic.
I mean, just got shot down so hard after the writer strike. Yeah, it can be that bad. If you're curious as to how bad can it be, just go stream season 1 and 2 and you'll find out.
Real quick.
Anyway, so what else? What other names do we want to throw out there?
So I'm gonna throw out. I'm gonna throw out 3 names. First of
They're not
all,
in order.
Punisher.
Oh, I thought he was going to be like Donatello, Michelangelo. No, I'm just kidding.
Raphael, he's cool. He's fine.
Raphael.
Yeah.
Punisher.
I disagree. I think Punisher is actually kind of cool.
So oversaturated for
No, okay, so
long.
let's be honest. I think a certain political movement ruined it. I think that's more so it. Again, the fan base, the incorrect fan base that doesn't understand what he truly represents.
I don't want to start a different kind of war on this show, but there's a sticker that says that has the Punisher skull on it that says he would absolutely disagree with what you're doing, and it's like, yeah, if you're first off, if you're idolizing the Punisher, don't. He's not a good guy.
No,
He's
yeah.
there to be a
And
foil to other characters.
You're doing it wrong.
I think that's one of the problems. Like, the problem is so many people idolize that character, and I'm like, that's not the point.
Misidentified.
So
They're
that's where
projecting.
I
They're projecting
say
their
that he's
ideals onto him.
overrated because people don't take the character for what it is.
He's almost
Not
the
that
original Bad Boys, on Prime.
Not that the character in itself is bad. I like Punisher stuff, but what the character has been portrayed as by the general public, it's just
He's
overrated.
not a superhero, which brings me to Nick Fury. I don't think Nick Fury is a superhero. But he's looked upon as the superhero, and I'm like, the dude's cool, and he's got cool trench coats, but he's
Number
So-
one, right?
Okay,
no superhero.
so I think
I knew this is exactly what was going to happen. I'm sorry, there's no format here. We're just taking the format, just threw it out the window.
I think that Samuel L. Jackson's portrayal of Nick Fury is overrated. I think Nick Fury as a character, there's a lot
It
of
goes back to the Deadpool
there's a
thing.
lot
He's
of
just
dumb
playing
stuff,
himself.
but I think that Samuel L. Jackson's portrayal of Nick Fury is overrated.
Yes. And again, that's where I'm at. I'm surface level. You two are, diving in the deep end here.
Like even in some of the side games from like the mid 2000s, like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Nick Fury was dope in those games. But speaking
I'm
of
not like I ever played as Nick Fury in those games. If you give me an option to play as anybody but Nick Fury, I'm probably gonna go with the
of
other
course,
person.
but like he was a part of the story, and like he would do things and interact with the characters. However, another character who's overrated, Captain Marvel.
Yes. Wait. So let me stop you
Which
before
one?
that.
Hold on. There's like 5, and
It
you might also be meaning Shazam before he was Shazam.
I would say not Shazam before he was Shazam. I'm talking Marvel's Captain Marvel, and not the Kree Captain Marvel.
Not Marvel.
No, not Marvel now.
I'm so surface level that honestly, for the longest time, I would get Captain Marvel and Mr. Fantastic confused. Like it was just like, okay, wait, which one's which? Like,
Mr. Fantastic is also
it's
overrated,
also overrated.
but he's not on my list.
No, because you just put on the four
Mhm.
on there, and because the thing, I mean, the thing is like Hulk, which Hulk was always this mystery to me too. Because
Let me upset people
anyway,
real quick though.
go ahead.
I
I
love the
feel
All right, let's do that.
I feel like Captain Marvel has been absolutely neutered as a character. Like the new movie,
Should we
like
get controversial? Like, never mind. I'm not gonna say.
the new movie was so bad. Her whole character was just like, I am woman, I am strong. That was her whole entire personality in the movie.
Mary Sue kind of thing, or I haven't seen it.
Yeah. And
Essentially.
part of that also was like her character was supposed to be emotionless, but having emotion come through because of her human origin.
Yeah.
But when you relate that to acting, what you have is an actor that isn't acting in most scenes, and then occasionally is, and it's like that doesn't feel like they're doing a good job of acting.
Acting.
Yeah.
It's
They
just
didn't do her any favors at
It's
all.
just a really, really
No.
bad adaptation, in my opinion.
They didn't do her any favors.
And
in that
even
movie.
like in recent runs, Captain Marvel, in my opinion, just comes off as more obnoxious than anything. Like it's hard
Yeah.
to empathize with Captain Marvel.
A lot of the stuff that I've read, and I haven't read in the last couple of years, so I might not be totally up, but a lot of the stuff was moving her into like a very like authoritative kind of jerk position. Like she's the unfun one, and Tony Stark is the fun one, and like it's like they kind of set her up to be an unlikable boss character
Yeah.
with a power level that solves whatever problem it is whenever it needs to happen. So it's kind of
Yeah.
it has the Superman complex a little bit, where it's like she can do whatever she needs to do in the story.
Which
to
again
win.
always
Should
came.
she's the ex machina. Should the plot call for it, she saves the day.
Somebody's got to smash Thanos' ship
I think
and then headbutt him, which was cool. I'll give it that. That
I
was
think
pretty
the problem is though, like you can still make unlikable characters likable because like you understand where they're coming from, or you can empathize, or it's like, oh, this character, like they're kind of funny, like J. Jonah Jameson. Everybody hates and loves J. Jonah Jameson.
Absolutely.
It's just how it is. So you can have unlikable
And you don't need
characters.
to like him because Thanos. At least,
mm.
yes, but
I should have put him on my list.
but
I should
Thanos-
have put Thanos on my
Thanos
list.
is an interesting one too because you understand where he's coming from, whether you agree with him or not. At least they do a good job of letting you know where he's coming from.
See,
Yeah,
the
that's
problem
all
is like the way they wrote Thanos in like the Avengers movies was so weird to me. Like,
Well, yeah, he had 4 lines over 8 years, so we didn't get any like character development at all.
there
It's
was
like,
nothing.
you know.
And
And then he shows up, and we get a whole lot of character development, and then that guy dies, and then we get another Thanos with no character development to be the final boss of the entire 10-year run, and it's like, that felt weird. This is just another version of that guy, but it's not the same one.
And I was so excited originally when they like showed the little teaser after the credits where it was like just all you saw was like the outline of Thanos' face. I was like, dude, this is gonna be epic. And then they did nothing with it. Absolutely nothing.
And also,
Character assassination to the tens.
Just the pure storyline nonsense of the fact that Thanos is on the quest to gather the Infinity Stones, so he gives one to Loki so he can go lose it somewhere. Like, that's not what a megalomaniac villain who's smart would do.
No.
It just sets up the movie. So yeah, it felt Thanos was what I think honestly they probably stuck that stuff in, and then when they realized they had the momentum to actually finish the story, they were like, oh crap, now we got to go back and get Cable to play this guy because he's playing Cable. Crap. Oh, we'd put some chin makeup on him. I don't know. Like they had to like make a movie out of it,
Yeah.
basically
All right,
make
so-
him a villain.
So friendly. Being that again, you and I are the surface guys here. The new Marvels, the new all this stuff. What were your thoughts on Thor?
So, I'm actually a fan of the Chris Hemsworth portrayal. Though I haven't seen Love and Thunder, so I'm not caught up in that, and nor did I see Dark World. But to my understanding, I kind of
That's fine.
You're fine
exactly.
without those.
It's fine that I did it. To my understanding, I might be fine that I didn't see Love and Thunder either. Is my understanding
yeah.
too.
From what
Yeah,
I heard,
it's
the
Have you
Love
seen
and
Ragnarok?
Before you go on, I will say that pretty much everything after Endgame kind of sucks now, with the exception. I mean, I personally love Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, but that's.
I was about to argue on that one.
I love because I just love Sam Raimi.
I was Sam Raimi. Yeah.
Yeah. So everything he does is almost infallible. Almost. I understand he's not perfect.
I like Benedict.
I like Thor, and I love the Chris Hemsworth. I'm so glad they went away with the pure blonde that they did from the first movie. It was very weird looking. I'm glad they used Chris's natural hair.
When they were dyeing his eyebrows. Yeah.
And Thor's actually probably my favorite, honestly. Damn it, now you got me doubling down. Thor's probably actually my favorite of the live-action Marvel movies, or MCU, I guess would be the more specific thing to call, because he's like one of the few characters that actually has like character development.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's because just the writing was good for him, or if Chris Hemsworth just delivered it that way. But yeah, the actual character development shown through his movies and through Avengers. So
I mean, nobody else got a fat hero. We got Fat Thor. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, what a representation.
We got a representation of what depression looks like.
Honestly, and exactly like. Yeah,
they did that, and they did it to a god character as well to show, like, hey, even this character is fallible to these things.
And I'm a sucker for most pantheons that do that. I am obsessed with Roman and Greek, pantheons because they're gods that have flaws. They're just like us. They're humans too.
Maybe do watch Love and Thunder then, but be aware it's not Ragnarok. But if you like other,
no, but that's because a very special man made Ragnarok.
Ragnarok is my favorite Marvel movie. So.
And he's apparently going to be making his own Star Wars stuff that has nothing to do with Skywalkers. So I'm very, very, very,
fantastic.
Yeah, because can we stop with Skywalkers? I love Anakin. He's the best thing. Same thing with Luke. Move on. Story's done.
However, I will fight everybody that Obi-Wan is the best Star Wars character that we've seen in the cinematic universe.
Obi-Wan is the best character. Hands down.
This is a whole different show.
Best Star Wars character.
Hold on. Canon stuff.
Yeah.
Expanded universe.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Well, best Star Wars character that we've seen in the movies. That's what I was saying.
Obi-Wan, again, that maybe is because of
and in the shows.
McGregor.
I would say.
But yeah. Obi-Wan is actually my personal favorite Star Wars character. Canon next to Plo Koon. Expanded universe.
Oh, Plo Koon's really what? He's just amazing.
What about my boy Dash Rendar, Shadows of the Empire, up in here?
Listen, Dash is cool, but he needs more.
Yeah.
Okay, if we're going expanded universe, Kyle Katarn.
Kyle Katarn was so cool.
Didn't go ahead.
And okay, I'm a little impartial though. Cal Kestis, the new guy.
He's so good too.
Yeah. No. He's replaced. No, I think he's kind of replacing Kyle Katarn.
Mm-hmm. That's a little sad, but I get it.
But hey, I'm happy with it.
Hey, listen, don't leave out the biggest, baddest Sith of them all, Jar Jar.
That's true.
George had a missed opportunity. You've been like, no, guys, the racism is because he's a Sith Lord. He's just stirring the hate.
Speaking of characters who stir the hate inside me, Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
Scarlet Witch is so obscenely overpowered for no reason. Absolutely.
But I like how they handled it in the Multiverse Madness.
Yeah, Multiverse Madness. I'm still kind of mad because she did kill Hawkeye.
It's boring outside for me, so if you guys lose me, my bad.
And if I'm not mistaken, in House of M, she did kill Hawkeye. So
And Hawkeye's Javier's favorite.
Hawkeye's my favorite superhero of all time.
Because of Jeremy Renner?
No, because of arrows.
Because he hates Zambonis, so he really loves Hawkeye.
His strictly arrows. Although my goodness.
Oh man.
Strictly. I was listening to an interview of this. Again, we're just jumping all over the place. I was listening to an interview of Jay Leno, and you know how he was in a really, really bad motorcycle accident. Like his shoulder broken, totally messed up. What actually happened? He came around a corner and ran into basically a clothesline. So apparently he was in an interview. He got all kinds of hate on Twitter because somebody asked him, what happened, and he said he was riding his motorcycle, came around a corner, and ran into Jeremy's snowplow. Jeremy thought it was actually funny, but I guess some of Jeremy's fans were not so enthused.
Yeah, no, I always liked Archers, but it wasn't really solidified until I read Matt Fraction's run of Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, that's the best one.
It's fantastic.
That's the one.
Fantastic. I just like that he's kind of like he's just a dude.
He's Hawkeye.
He's a dude, you know?
Yeah,
dude.
I like flawed characters, and he has to be
Same.
one of the most realistically flawed characters in the Marvel universe, I would say.
His show was pretty good too.
Oh,
His show was really good.
Hawkeye and Moon Knight are the only two things I've enjoyed after Endgame.
Yeah,
Really?
Hawkeye was really good.
I haven't seen Multiverse Madness. I'm a Doctor
You haven't
Strange
seen it yet?
lover myself, so I need to watch it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet? I'll
Mm-mm.
watch
Yeah,
it with
I
you, dog. I would love to watch it again.
Yeah, yeah.
You absolutely should. I watched it on the plane back from Reno a couple of weeks ago.
Hell
It's
yeah.
just- It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll put it on just to watch certain scenes in there because they're so
Yeah.
good.
The cinematography. I mean, it's Sam Raimi, so the cinematography is nuts.
Also, what did they do with
We'll invite ourselves over to Steven's place, and then we'll watch it there.
we still have to do
Sure.
that.
Yeah, yeah. We'll bring a beer. Just a
Oh.
beer.
Just one.
Yeah.
Crazy straw.
That's all we
Everybody
can
gets
afford.
one for the crazy
We're just bringing a beer.
I kind of hate what they did with Doctor Strange's character in the latest Spider-Man movie. He just felt very not like himself.
It felt like he was there to move the plot along.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
It,
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 it, it felt
Yeah.
it felt like
he
he
didn't
had.
quite get his voice right.
It
I
felt
can
like
see
he didn't learn anything from the first Doctor Strange movie, and he was just kind of like back to the original Strange, and I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that, but
All right. So who else do we have that we want to hate on?
you
right.
want another one? You want another one?
If you don't, I have one.
Phoenix.
Gene.
Jean Grey. Also, honorable mention, Cyclops. Man, I can't stand Cyclops.
Yeah.
I can't
I love
stand that man.
Cyclops.
I was
That's
the
the point,
think,
though. He's
I
the
don't think
brash leader.
Yeah, I don't know that Cyclops. I don't know if I would consider Cyclops overrated just because I don't know
Yeah.
anyone that like loves him. I know
Yeah,
a couple
Stoic
people
King.
that like.
Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Yeah,
Better
no,
than
I'm
Jean.
not saying he's overrated. He was going to go on my list just because of how much I hate Scott, and then I was like, he's not overrated. Nobody likes that
Is
man.
Hulk overrated?
I'm just dumping on him because I can.
I'm just throwing that
I
out
like that you
as a
called him by his
question.
first name, like even more personal. Like I just hate Scott.
Is
Scott.
Is Hulk
Anybody named
overrated?
Scott.
I'm just throwing that out as a question.
I don't know. I think he's misused a lot.
I like
Yeah.
James Marsden's portrayal.
I think he's only not overrated because there is so much depth in what Hulk is. Like, even if most people don't understand.
I mean,
Like, the
I used to
depths
watch
in
Lou
Hulk.
Ferrigno,
Yeah.
way back in the days. That was my time. Again, for those of you listening, I'm
Oh.
51, so Lou Ferrigno was
Yes.
back in my time, which I'm not stupid things that you just go as a
Ooh.
kid. You're like, wait a minute, I'm confused here.
Nice outside.
He would,
Hey, yo.
yeah, it is. He'd go from David Banner to the Incredible Hulk, and like everything would rip, but like he still had
Like
the
a
same
Beyblade?
waistline. I'm so confused by how everything.
Elastic on the Hulk's pants.
Yeah, everything, but
Not
Great.
from like the waistline to just above the knees, everything else ripped apart. But that area was always intact. I mean, it was a good thing, but I'm just saying it was a little odd.
You're a genius inventor in the Marvel Universe, and you're there when the Hulk freaks out once before those pants are invented. You're going to make those pants pretty fast. Because, like, that thing is right there at face level all the time. You're going to make pants for that guy.
Yeah.
You can't be on the same super team with him.
That's
Way
right.
too much flopping around. Way too
Elastic
embarrassing.
wastelands, the strongest material in the Marvel universe.
That's true.
That
Unless the Scarlet Witch gets to you, because she's really good at undoing
He's got-
elastic. Hey,
He's
that's
got
Reed Richards joke
vibranium
already.
threaded waistbands.
It's vibranium laced elastic. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Oh my goodness! What?
So-
Give me another one before we go to the amazing game that I have for you today.
All right, I've got one that I think is people might disagree, but it's Iron Man. I think Iron Man is just genuinely not a very interesting character. I understand he kicked off the Marvel Universe. I understand he ended the Marvel Universe. I get that he had character development. He's one of 3 characters that kind of did.
Mhm.
But, like, oh, he's just he's everywhere. And in the comics,
people didn't give a shit about him until Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's fine.
It was Downey.
In the comic, he went from that to, like, every comic, everything. For a while, he was constantly solving every problem. He died, he came back, he was a ghost, he was a cyber ghost, he was a spirit from the future. Like, they did so much stories and nonsense to that character to put him in every possible book because he was the guy leading the MCU.
See, and to me, that's a really interesting one because to me, I didn't care. It's Batman backwards, okay? I have zero interest. I have zero interest in Bruce Wayne. I love Batman. I actually have zero interest in Iron Man. I love him when he's actually just the dude outside of the suit.
Well, I think
when he's Stark, I think Stark's awesome. I love
that's
Stark.
the difference.
But Iron Man, he's backwards Batman for me.
Because Tony Stark is Tony Stark. Tony Stark is who
I love Tony Stark.
He wears the suit and becomes Iron Man.
And I don't care for
Batman.
Iron Man.
Batman's Batman. Like, literally in the comics, Wonder Woman put the lasso of truth around Batman, and she's like, "Who are you?" He said Batman. Bruce Wayne is his secret identity. Like, Batman is who he
what
is.
you get when you refuse to go to therapy.
Yeah. Batman is a socially adjusted billionaire.
Yeah. So that I guess that's my I will agree with you because again, Iron Man to me, I don't care. Now, Tony Stark, I love Tony Stark.
I think my
Iron Man,
favorite iteration of Iron Man is actually when he's the villain.
Yeah, that kind of feels like a natural evolution of his character.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, we got a little bit of that in Age of Ultron and Civil War, where it's like, okay, I could see him becoming kind of an authoritative, like, totalitarian dictator.
That's just what his personality is. Like, if he gets too strong, that's where he's going. Yeah. I would have loved to see them keep him, and then him turn into, whatever he calls himself. I can't remember.
I think he should have been the problem, not Thanos.
Oh, that would have been fantastic.
Yeah. So, for those of you... Go ahead, because I'm a transition here, like, I'm jumping off the road.
Like nobody's business.
Yeah, alright. So I'm going to jump off the road for those of you listening. And if you're new to us, this is the part of the day where I torture this crew, and I sometimes feel bad, sometimes I don't. I come up with top 10 lists that I find on the internet. Usually I Google something, and then I dig to, like, page 9 or 10. And
try to find Catherine.
Yeah, I usually look for Catherine. We couldn't find Catherine, didn't have a list for this. And I actually didn't go that deep into this because I found something that I just couldn't pass up. I mean, this is 10
Story of a Girl.
Costumes, 10 MCU costumes ranked by how cool they are.
Oh, man.
Okay, wait for it.
Subjective.
So this is 10 MCU costumes ranked by how cool they are.
All right.
I didn't go that far in because when I saw the word BuzzFeed, I just went ahead and clicked on it.
I can't. How is this a BuzzFeed article and not a Kotaku article?
I don't know, but it was BuzzFeed. I was like,
it's all the same company.
I was
like, it just seems
Kotaku article.
Yeah,
someone will just go copy paste it over there.
Exactly.
I just had to go click on it. So yeah, so I got 10. This is kind of like Family Feud backwards. These guys will guess. If they guess number 10, they get 10 points. They guess number 1, they get 1 point. That's it. Javier, you won the last one, so we're gonna let you go first. Yeah.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah, you came back. You had a big comeback.
I'm not used to winning.
So
that's right, loser. No answer.
I am going to start by saying, and we're only doing top 5, right?
10.
Top 10. I'm gonna say Iron Man. Start.
Iron Man's number 3. Javier's on the board with 3 points. Let's go. This is such a BuzzFeed list, by the way.
I'm
It's not
assuming that at
calling out,
this
like,
point,
specific
because it
suits,
is.
is it?
Was that?
Is it calling out
Is
like
it-
specific suits, like the suitcase armor
No.
from Iron Man?
No,
Yeah,
this
okay.
is
So it's just
straight
cool
up.
outfits then, or
Yes.
cool superheroes. It's not
Well,
actually.
yeah.
Damn it, because I
Honestly,
actually had a
how
real
cool
answer.
they
I had a
are.
The guy
specific
whose
suit
power
answer.
is a cool suit is probably going to have a cool suit. That's his one thing.
Watching that whole suitcase scene was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic.
So he's number 3.
He's number 3. I'm assuming that we are going to be talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm
Was
assuming
it
that's what
MCU?
they're
Yeah,
talking
MCU.
about.
Yep.
Black Panther.
Black Panther is number not there.
Not there, really.
Wow.
Really?
Very, not a very
Dude,
diverse and inclusive list.
I'm
is it?
gonna tell you, Black Panther was number 22 on the list.
How is he number 22?
It's just
Bro,
so bad.
Bro,
To be fair, it's you could barely identify
if
what
Black
it looks like.
Widow is on this list, if
Number
Black
one,
Widow's
baby.
on this list, I'm gonna be
All right,
so mad.
So
Nick Fury.
Zach, give me
Nick
a
Fury's the number one.
Zach, go ahead, give me something.
Oh,
What's
all
your
right.
guess?
It's one of my favorite designs, but it's probably pretty low. I'm gonna go Ant-Man.
Ant-Man's number 2.
What? No.
Number 2?
That doesn't make. I disagree with that, and I like it the most.
It's number 2. So you got 2 points. Let's go. This thing's rolling really well today.
Oh
Damn.
man. Okay. Let's go MCU. I mean, I just don't just name the Avengers. I'm trying to think of a lower one. Star-Lord.
Not. I mean, Star-Lord was number 17, so you don't get any points for that.
Okay. All right.
Star-Lord did have a
How
cool
is
outfit.
that? He does have a cool outfit, but I don't think that should be higher than Black Panther. Black Panther's is
No,
just so slick.
Star-Lord should definitely be top 10, especially once you hear these. Anyway, go ahead. All right, we got Friendly Faraga. What'd you got?
I'm probably not gonna get this in Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is 8. You take the lead with 8 points. Let's go.
How is that?
My
eight?
boy, my
One of the
boy,
best-
I love you.
One of the best design suits of all time is on number 8.
Yeah. So
This is a confusing list. I love it.
it's
What's the
BuzzFeed.
problem?
I take no
What's the
credit
problem,
for this list.
You know, I am gonna say the MCU Spider-Man suits are really good.
So Javier's got 3. Zach's got
Okay,
2.
so-
You got 8. What'd you got?
So, and this isn't my next answer. I was gonna say because when Zach asked like specific suits, the specific suit that I wanted to like actually kind of immediately responded with was Symbiote Spider-Man, but that's not MCU technically.
Well,
As I said, technically.
yeah, no. Spider-Man: No Way Home would argue with you that is canonically a Venom.
That is
because
true.
You have a Spider-Man that wore the suit and fought Venom already.
Mhm.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Oh, I'm actually number 2.
Well, go.
But anyway, and then I was
Foundation
gonna
is a
say
cooler
Iron
Spidey
Spider,
suit.
but now I realize,
I said Future Foundation is a cooler Spidey suit.
I like
The white and black
2099.
is pretty nice. Yeah.
All right.
I love Scarlet Spider. That's my favorite Spider
Scarlet
suit.
Spider is great.
2099
I
is
like-
also pretty dope.
I like the Human Spider outfit.
Yeah.
Anyway, but my real answer is just because we brought her up earlier, and I'm just really into like goth mommies, Scarlet Witch or Wanda.
Number 9.
Number.
Number 9. Yo, he's killing it right now.
It is a
I don't
really
think I
good
have any
outfit,
more-
Though.
You got.
I gotta be honest.
Hey, listen, you got 17
Hey.
points already.
This is probably my last answer because I can't really think of anything else that's just not too obvious or whatever. But I'm gonna say America's ass, Captain America.
He's 14. He's not top 10.
Damn it! See,
He
This
did.
suit's got
he-
better.
he
along
placed
the way.
at least, just not.
I would say that Civil War was probably the best Captain America suit, if I remember correctly. Either
That's
Civil War or Captain America 2.
Which one? I think
I like the beard.
darker blue with the white on it is my favorite. I think that was Winter Soldier, maybe. I can't remember now.
I
Either.
don't-
The
I like
Endgame
that.
one where he was what was his name when he wasn't Captain America?
What Nomad? Kind of.
Nomad? That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Like, his Nomad suit was pretty cool.
All right, what you got, Javier?
What do I have?
Other than 3 points.
Other than 3 points.
Nerd.
Let's say Thor.
Just outside top 10.
Really?
11.
11?
No points for that.
The
Bro.
nipple plates.
No
With the
points
nipple
for
out.
that. They took points off for the nipples. All right, Zach, what do you have?
Let's go with his brother, Loki.
I'm so mad about this. Loki is 19.
Loki has like the most drip in the MCU.
Loki
Too much
looks
swagger.
so sharp. He should definitely be top 10. I don't know what buzz they were feeding on this one, but
He's literally magically always wearing an awesome outfit.
always,
So, yeah.
It's
always.
fantastic.
19, he got robbed. Top 5 for sure, Loki. Come on, man. Killing me
I
here.
agree with that.
All right, what you got there, friendly?
I'm really just thinking of ones we already mentioned before. Doctor Strange, because his cape is cool as hell.
Number 6.
Let's go.
Dude, Surface Man is running away with this right now.
That's it,
He
yeah.
had 9 and
All right,
8 for
next,
17.
big
Now
wheel.
he's got 6. He's got 6, 7, 8 right now. No, 6, 8, and 9. So 17. You got 23 right now. Let's go. What you got?
Thinking. No, I'm not gonna say this one just because I don't want people being mad at me. Just because I love him too. I'm gonna say Hulk. Screw it.
Hulk. He's not on there.
Damn it! That would be funny. Like number 1.
That's his outfit.
It's the
16
green.
abs is where
It's
it's
the
at.
green, baby. All right, Javier.
Iron Patriot.
Oh, I forgot that was in Iron Man 2. It just wasn't
No.
on the
How is Iron Patriot not top 10?
Not Iron Patriot.
That's such a cool suit, but I was really mad.
Whoever wrote that list, not for you.
All right, Zach.
Does not appreciate
Zach,
freedom.
you need points. You got 2 points, Zach.
I gotta get some points
No,
on
you-
here.
You suck.
Yeah, you got 2
I know
points.
these things. All right, I'm trying to think of other movies. Was this? Is this a normal, like, relevant, recent poll? Like, if I say
MCU.
Yeah,
so,
this is
yep,
MCU.
Yep, Iron Man and forward.
Honestly, there's only one name on here that's kind of like
So
that not everybody
so
would
if
recognize.
it's MCU, then I'm assuming that it is not. Oh wait, does MCU include the shows?
Oh yeah, I would guess so.
Yeah, hold on.
technically.
Well, I guess it would.
It's Marvel.
Some of them.
It's part of the universe. Listen, if you have to watch the show to get a movie, it's part of the MCU.
Yeah. Well, so I'm gonna say Daredevil because he's been in like 3 other things now.
He's
That's a
not
lot
on the
of
list at all.
That's such a good Daredevil suit too.
Yeah.
I know.
Javier and I
Oh,
even walked on the streets of Hell Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen, yeah.
Yeah, we did. It was really cool when we went to.
Get some good food.
Well, dude,
Oh,
it was good.
The best quesadillas I've ever had.
We went to work New York Comic Con and we were staying in Hell's Kitchen. It was so good. There was this deli right across the street from the hotel. Oh, it was so good. Everybody's going to all these restaurants. We're just hitting the deli and like talking to the guy, be like, "Yo, dude," and he'd hook us up with like, it was it was so good.
So
All right, so friendly, what you got?
Oh crap! I have to answer that. Oh god.
You can skip.
I
I'll
can't
take
believe
your
he
turn.
still got the lead.
You tried to
Yeah,
take
right.
it. Oh.
Because I'm perverted. Drop my microphone. Black Widow.
Black Widow's number 7.
Let's go, Scarlett Johansson.
What?
Let's go.
Is it the LED suit? Is it the one with the little LEDs on it?
No, it's Iron Man 2.
When Javier went on his rant about it better not be Black Widow, I immediately turned to Zach, and I was hoping and praying that Zach was going to be like, Black Widow? Like I mean, it was right there. I thought you were going to
so
steal
upset.
it.
What it is, it was actually it was the movie poster for like the self-titled Black Widow one. It's the one she's walking
Dude.
with Rachel Weisz, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
You've gotten
Yelena has a better outfit. I'm
You've
just
gotten
saying.
7, 8, and 9. You got 23 points now. 30 points.
I'm
you got
done.
30.
I skip. I can't think of another person.
You got
that's
30
not.
points. It's for
Can
you
you
two to
name
try
more?
to catch up. What do you got, Javier?
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight not on there.
How is Moon? Are you
I think
kidding
this is
me?
ignoring the shows. I think it's ignoring the shows. If it doesn't have Moon Knight on there,
Moon
I
Knight
think
is one of the coolest costumes that they've created in the MCU.
I'm gonna go because it seems to be looking at movies. I'm gonna go Winter Soldier.
No.
Really? Okay.
No. Oh, yes, but he's 18, so you're out of luck. Yeah. They actually throw it under... They throw it under Bucky, Winter Soldier, and White Wolf. Like, all in one, you know?
Yeah.
But
Well,
he's,
yeah, that makes
he's
sense.
18. All right. What'd you got, Javier?
Uh,
I don't think you guys can catch up. He's got 30. I think you guys are done.
so X-Men movies don't count, I'm assuming.
Nah,
They should.
I don't think they're gonna count those.
No, anything made by Fox just doesn't count because they hate you.
Dude, this list.
This list sounds awful.
This really sounds like somebody Googled characters that were in MCU movies and then randomized the list and then
I don't know,
there it is.
Vision?
Content, everybody. We made content. for
I'm
the
mad
internet.
about this too. Vision, number 20.
I mean, Vision was an okay outfit. Like, it wasn't anything groundbreaking. It was just kind of solid. I would,
The only Vision I remember is the.
I would
This
think
list
that
Did you just say that Vision's costume was solid? Because sometimes it isn't.
that is true.
Good point. Good
Go to
point.
hell.
Yeah, this list is BuzzFeed. I didn't make this list.
I would say that top 20 is fair for Vision.
I never pick a good list,
There's
by the
only
way.
20 characters. Like, I think it's just 20 characters, and then they didn't count anymore. They were
Dude,
done.
all right. Give me another one, and then I'll give you the list because I don't think you guys can catch up. But I'm gonna give you one more chance to keep this alive.
What other characters have we not mentioned that are in the movies? God, I joked about Nick Fury, but I guess I should say Nick Fury.
16.
The fact that he's on the list.
Why is Nick Fury
You guys are-
higher than Black Panther?
All right.
Nick
You ready?
Fury
I'm gonna
is
give.
wearing a pirate outfit and a trench coat. That's his costume.
He went blank
weird.
again.
Oh, God.
All right. So here.
This is what they mean when they say fashion is dead, people.
All right. Here's the list. And by the way, Friendly Faraga just
What?
destroyed this and won by a lot. Here's their list: 22 Black Panther, 21 Thanos,
Huh?
20 Vision, then Loki, then Bucky, Star-Lord 17 Nick Fury, 15 Hawkeye, 14 Captain America, 13 Captain Marvel, 12 Gamora, 11 Thor. You're not ready for the top 10. Here we go. 10 Valkyrie.
Valkyrie?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the outfit, but that didn't stick in my head.
I
at all.
told you there was only one in the top 10 that
I don't
was
even
hell is
remember
Valkyrie?
Valkyrie. I'm gonna be honest.
I can only think of
Ragnarok.
who's
Oh,
the
yeah,
drunk.
yeah.
Yeah, XS Guardian, yeah.
I
It's a cool outfit, like with the white and blue.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah.
I
Not
just
like
hear
you.
Valkyrie and immediately I go to Tombstone. I'll be your Huckleberry because I just think of Val Kilmer for some reason. Valkyrie, Val Kilmer. It just my
As you
brain's
should,
weird. What can
as
I
you
tell you?
should.
Oh no,
Censored.
Spider-Man. Sorry.
I just didn't like it.
So
And
we
then
got
Symbiote got him.
so
Listen, I'm still down for the top 10
top 10
video
are
game bulges.
Valkyrie, 9 Scarlet Witch, 8 Spider-Man, 7 Black Widow, 6 Doctor Strange, 5. This is the ones you guys missed. War Machine. 4.
He's got a turret.
War Machine is technically Iron Patriot.
4.
Yeah,
Oh, I guess 4
Oh,
Falcon.
what? Give him 5 points.
4 is Falcon. 3
that's the guy
Iron
with
Man.
30 points.
2 Ant-Man, and whoever put this one as the list picked for number 1, Wasp.
Wasp?
I think a man wrote this.
Oh,
Wasp
that's even like
Don't get me
Listen.
wrong, I like the Wasp costume, but
Hold
it's
on,
not
hold on.
number 1.
so number
one?
2 was Ant-Man, right?
Yes.
And number 1 was Wasp. Did this movie come out perhaps during the time of Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Like maybe a week before, maybe, who knows?
Like maybe this is a promotional thing, and they're like,
Oh,
hey,
gee,
we're
I think that
better.
might be what it is, especially with
Yeah.
movie number 2.
That's so.
Yeah, there's no way
That's
Wasp.
so dumb.
It's an okay.
Wow, it's like Dovahkiin got it right. This list is exactly rigged.
this is
Good.
messed up.
Also,
Yeah.
Hawkeye got such like a mediocre costume in the movies. Why is he like number 15?
Sleeveless.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll
Let's
tell
just
you-
give him combat gear. That'll
Oh,
work.
Ronin. I bet they're counting Ronin. His Ronin outfit.
Ronin was sick.
That's
But,
probably
see,
what
I
they're
always
thinking.
liked Ronin anyway, so.
I don't know. I'm just mad that Loki was 19.
Yeah, that's not right.
Like
22 again?
22 was
Black
Panther.
That's right, yeah.
But Loki 19, I was like, Loki was always like
High key.
super looking sweet. It didn't matter where he was, what he was doing. I mean, like you said, the dude would just be like, and then all of a sudden he's like totally,
And in
slicked out.
the show, you've got him as a crocodile, you have child version, and you have the sweet old actual comics accurate version of Loki with the giant horns. Like everything looks awesome when it's Loki.
I like how Loki went from being one of the most homely and unattractive characters in the Marvel universe to being Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
It was
got that Wolverine treatment. Wolverine
yeah,
before
Wolverine, he was just this little
4-foot hairy angry man that nobody liked, smelled bad, and then Hugh
Hey,
Jackman.
hey! I loved him. I loved him.
Well, I mean, like in the lore
Yeah.
of the universe, nobody liked Wolverine,
Yeah,
and
he's
now
an
it's
asshole.
like they're drawing him all like tall and handsome. Sometimes it's like, wait a minute.
That's not Wolverine. He's not a
Yeah.
he's not a dirty manlet.
With a cigar. Don't forget the cigar.
I remember X-Men Origins.
Oh man.
Oh gosh. I'm sorry.
Oh my
I
goodness.
had to see. So we got late to X-Men Origins Wolverine to the debut because I didn't watch any trailers or anything, so I didn't know what was about to happen. We got late. We had to sit in the front row. So not only did I have to watch that movie, I had to watch it like this, and it was like it couldn't have been any less enjoyable.
He's staring straight
That's
up.
just rough.
Just and the whole time going because you immediately after the first elevator sequence ends and the movie starts and you go, oh, this is not good at all. You know, and you're like, and I have 2 hours. Like this just got going.
I spent $20 here.
Actually, there was a guy here in Tampa, one of my favorite people, one of my favorite critics, because when I watch movies, I am very, very forgiving of, oh, that would never happen, or this, or that, or whatever. My purpose in watching a movie is I want to be entertained.
Yeah,
as long as I'm being entertained, I am very forgiving of a lot of stuff. And we had this one guy here in Tampa ages ago on the newspaper, and the way he rated the movies was with watches. So the more watches, from 1 watch to 5 watches, and the more watches it had, the more watches it had, the worse the movie was, because that means he looked at his watch like 4 times during the movie. So if it only had 1 watch, then it was like, oh, I only looked once at my watch to see, how much time was left in the movie. But if you and I've been there. I've been in that movie like you said where you're like you're just into it and you look at your watch going, "Holy crap, I still got an hour and a half left."
Yeah, really. Or what's worse is you're really into it and you notice you have like 3 minutes left and you're like, oh, this is going to go into a sequel.
Yeah, that too. That too. But that's the 1 watch. That's okay. I can deal with the 1 watch. But whenever you start looking at your watch and then like you look again and you're like, oh no, we're only an hour in. Doggone it. It's gonna get better, right? It's gonna get better.
Whenever you start looking at all of the extras in the scenes to try to see if you can catch one of them doing something that doesn't make any sense because the movie's so boring, you're like, well, let's see what that guy in the back of the Thor fight's doing. Like, what is he doing? You hope you find some guy fighting CG, but like it's not quite lined up. Like that's when you know the movie's bad. You're just finding a way to be entertained by it.
Oh my goodness! But anyway, so yeah, that's it. I don't think we have anybody else that we need to throw under the bus before we sign off.
I have one last.
You have one more? Who are you throwing off?
One left.
Okay,
Rorschach.
Huh?
Rorschach from The Watchmen.
Rorschach. Okay.
Blake the Punisher. Everybody idolizes this character. This character's a bad person. Objectively.
That's why I liked him, though. He got shit done.
Well, yeah, but if you enjoy him for that purpose, okay.
I'm not locked in here with you.
As long as you realize that this dude is a bad person, but everybody's like, oh, he's Batman. He's Batman if Batman was a psycho killer. Like, dude's not a good person.
He's getting shit done. What's the problem?
People that like him, I think, only saw the movie, which didn't do nearly as much as the comic. When you read the comic and you read his diaries, and you're like, he is a super duper ultra right conservative sociopath killer.
Yeah, he's unhinged. He's unhinged
is absolutely not a person you ever want to be around at any point in time. I mean, his day job is to walk around with a sign saying the end is nice. So like, spoilers if you haven't read a 30-year-old comic. So
Yeah, he's literally homeless.
yeah, it's right. It's like the Punisher thing. It's like, this is a really cool character to write, but don't be this guy.
Don't
people.
idolize
this, is not
this
the
man.
idol.
He's a crazy homeless guy that happens to be really good friends with superheroes.
Yeah, and has a grappling gun. Like, that's his power, is he has
Because
a
they gave
gun.
it to him.
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck off, Rorschach. Leave us alone.
Yeah, hey, here's a grapple gun. You just go way over here and play with your grapple gun.
That's right. All right, so who do you have to throw under the bus before we leave?
Okay, so last one. So it's in the Spider-Man universe. And I love Venom. Venom is one of my favorite characters. It got way overdone in the 90s and way
Ultimate
too
Spider-Man
Oh, yeah.
Venom.
But Venom as a character, and especially the movies, and I will say Venom 2, solid, good movie if you take out one component, which is my number one, Carnage. Carnage sucks. Carnage just
Carnage
sucks.
is
He's
bad.
terrible.
I aesthetically like Carnage.
He
But Carnage
looks
as a character.
cool.
Yeah. I
But
like him as a force, but as a character, he sucks.
As a character, he's terrible. He's never been written in any way that makes him appealing, even as a bad guy, because his whole thing is, I kill people. What about your character development? Well, I kill the people. Yeah, that's what I do. And so
I have no conflict with internal struggles because I killed it.
Although,
Yeah,
to be honest, at least they named him aptly. He's just
yeah,
Carnage.
I mean, he's not supposed to be nuanced, but after 28, 30 years, I don't know how long he's been around, a while, he could have some nuance. Like, they could put a little character in, but still every time he shows up, it's just murder guy.
And for the record, as I said earlier, I like to be entertained. The two Venom movies were campy as all get out, but man, were they entertaining.
I only watched the first one. I still gotta watch the
They
second.
were so good.
I disagree. They blew their budget on the trailers.
You know what?
Those trailers were so much better than the movies. I'm gonna be honest.
They felt like early 2000s comic book movies, and I loved that about them because it was like, oh, this is like Blade and X-Men. Like this
I need Spider-Man 1 and 2 Venom, and I'm talking about like the PlayStation 1 Dreamcast game.
Oh, I was gonna be like Topher Grace Venom.
No. I mean,
Velociraptor Venom. So you want to hear before we leave? Real fast, my theory on Venom 2 is that Venom 2, the script was a romantic comedy. Because if you take out Carnage entirely, who's just there to sell toys and do fight scenes,
100%.
It's a romantic comedy about Venom and Brock learning to get along and separating, and they go date different people, aka someone else wears the suit, and they come back together, and they learn how to love each other. They even say, I love you, man, and it's like a big moment. That movie was a perfect romantic comedy about a boy and his symbiote, and they screwed it up by putting some red guy in there made of knives. That's my review.
We're going to sign off today.
Superman sucks.
So remember,
I wonder why they were
remember, if you see a red guy with lots of knives, he's not good. All right? Once again, this is Out of Options. You're listening to us. Please go leave a review somewhere. Make sure it's a good one. That'll help. This is Angel. Y'all are supposed to sing with me, you know, like Angel.
Oh, I didn't know what one.
So give us some direction.
Friendly. You ready? Let's try this. Angel.
We need a way to end, like monorail.
And that's it right there. See ya.
Good night, everybody.
Why?